自2020年1月23号10点起，全市城市公交、地铁、轮渡、长途客运暂停运营。
10 a.m., January 23rd. Wuhan goes into lockdown, an effort to stop a deadly virus from spreading further through the nation. As Chen was walking in the rain, the number of confirmed coronavirus patients in Wuhan on day one of the lockdown was announced, 495. 10 times the number 2 weeks earlier. 9 million people were still in the city. Wild animals were blamed, but evidence already pointed to human-to-human transmission. 83-year-old epidemiologist Zhong Nanshan, regarded as a national hero during the 2002-2003 SARS crisis, broke the news to the public.
这个资料表示呢，它是肯定的有人传人。这个现在啊，绝大部分呢是来自于武汉或者去过武汉。 所以现在呢，我的总的看法呢，就是没有特殊的情况呢，是不要去武汉啊。
On the second day of the lockdown, work began on a new hospital. The new Huashanshan Hospital would have 1,000 beds specially designed to treat coronavirus patients.
我每天工作就是能够把事情能够往前面，就能够快的，就尽量让它快。
But one new hospital was not enough. A second emergency hospital promising another 1,600 beds was planned. On New Year's Day, President Xi Jinping chaired a meeting of the Politburo Standing Committee, stressing safety and health were the top priority, and containing the epidemic was the most important task.
I'm declaring a public health emergency of international concern over the global outbreak of novel coronavirus.
On January 31st, the World Health Organization declared the outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. The fight to cage the viper is no longer just about Wuhan.
The main reason for this declaration is not because of what is happening in China. Our greatest concern is the potential for the virus to spread to countries with weaker health systems.
He hasn't been home for 2 weeks. Tang says severely ill patients need special care. By early February, over 10,000 medical workers from the rest of China had gone to help. And that number tripled in the following weeks. Doctors and nurses from 16 provinces were also drafted to help cities surrounding Wuhan, one province taking care of one city. Good news came out on February 2nd. The first emergency hospital, Huashanshan, started to take in severely ill coronavirus patients, less than 2 weeks after construction work began. But a shortage of test kits was slowing the process of confirming cases, and there still weren't enough hospital beds. The city said it would send all confirmed patients to hospitals so that the majority of the 9 million people in lockdown could be safe. The fatality rate of the virus is now under 3%, less than half that for SARS, but it's more contagious. On February 3rd, the nationwide death toll reached 361, overtaking SARS. But the next day, newly confirmed patients started to slow down outside Hubei province, where Wuhan is the provincial capital, a sign that the lockdown on Wuhan might have started to work. By the third week of the lockdown, over 10,000 cases were confirmed, and tens of thousands more were suspected in Wuhan.
今年很多人都在缅怀一位医生李文亮。
A local doctor, Li Wenliang, tried to alert people about the virus a month before the lockdown, but he was reprimanded by the local authorities. Then he too became sick. CGTN reached out to him, but he was already severely ill with the coronavirus. But that day never came. On February 7th, Li passed away. Amid a public uproar, the central government sent a special team to investigate the circumstances leading to Dr. Li's death. In this battle against the virus, over 3,000 medical workers were infected in China. Many are in Wuhan. A dozen died. More help arrived. Another 1,400 military medics were sent to Wuhan on February 13th. 11 military aircraft brought medical teams and supplies. It's the first time that China's Y-20 transport plane is taking part in an operation outside of military drills.
这次我们医疗队抽的是精兵强将，重症、呼吸、传染、防疫。
今天我们都是武汉人。
By now, more than 30,000 medical workers had been sent to Wuhan from 29 provinces and regions. Nevertheless, demobilizing people in Wuhan is key to cutting off paths for the virus to spread.
The opinion of the joint mission, after looking at this very, very closely and in different ways, that there's no question that China's bold approach to the rapid spread of this new respiratory pathogen has changed the course of what was a rapidly escalating and continues to be deadly epidemic. And I just thought it's so important that we recognize that. To the people of Wuhan, it is recognized. The world's in your debt. And when this disease finishes, hopefully we'll have a chance to thank the people of Wuhan for the role that they've played in it, because many of us, many other people here have suffered, but the people of that city have gone through an extraordinary period and they're still going through it.
One month after the lockdown, it seems like an end is approaching. More and more provinces start to see no increase in confirmed cases. And in Wuhan, patients with coronavirus symptoms no longer need to wait for days for the nucleic acid test. The number of daily new cases is on the verge of dropping into double digits. Doctors and nurses can't relax, but the country is behind them.